Welcome back. The African nation of Kenya has a reputation for producing an incredible number of top distance runners. But what's their secret? Well, Al Jazeera's Joanna Gazarowska travelled to the dizzy heights of Kenya's high-altitude Rift Valley to find out more.
Stanley Tanui is like every other Kenyan teenager. He works hard at school and enjoys time with his friends.
1, 2.
But every morning at 6 a.m, this 16-year-old wakes before dawn to run 6 kilometres. It's a small sacrifice to achieve his dream of one day becoming Kenya's greatest runner.
I decided to take running because I watch people like Tergat, people like Augustine Chogi here. So I took that it's my role model. Of course, I want to build my name all over the country and to be a world champion like Chogi Keino, to win medals.
Stanley goes to boarding school in the small village of Iten, which lies 2,300 metres above sea level in the Rift Valley, a place known for its outstanding beauty and regarded as the single most concentrated hub of athletic talent anywhere in the world. His school, St Patrick's, has a reputation for churning out more middle and long-distance runners than any other institution on earth. Their achievements celebrated with plaques, a legacy to inspire the next generation. It's a scene that's repeated up and down the valley every day. As dawn breaks, young athletes set out on the dust tracks into the mountains surrounding the town of Eldoret.
At 6:30 in the morning, it's very cold up here. We're about 2,000 metres above sea level and the air is very thin, so it's quite difficult to breathe. It's already time to start training.
This group of young men and women from around Africa are based at the High Performance Training Centre. It's the official camp run in conjunction with the international athletic and Olympic bodies.
Cleveland, why did you decide to come to the camp?
Because of the high altitude training, because in Georgetown it's below sea level, and here the Kenyans have tradition of doing well at these major championships. So my federation, NOC, they had to take it upon themselves, they brought me here.
But perhaps the biggest draw of the camp is the man who runs it, Kipchoge Keino, Kenya's first famous runner and two-time Olympic champion.
Come this way, I'll take you around. For me, establishing this camp, well, I wanted to pass my experience to the youth of my area, and especially the youth from this area. We started with that house. When I bought this farm, I started with that one, that small house.
That little one.
And that little one, and then I moved here.
Fantastic.
Then I moved that end.
At every turn, the young runners are met with images of success, from posters of the great man himself.
You can run with no drugs.
To running magazines and newspaper cuttings of their peers' achievements.
They can be able to see themselves what they're doing.
It's clear failure is simply not an option for these young athletes. The influence of those who have gone before runs deep throughout the region. At the top of the range high-altitude training centre in Iten, 3 young girls dream of glory.
Foreign runners pay about $42 to stay in this camp, but these young Kenyan women get the state-of-the-art facilities for free, thanks to Lorna Kiplagat.
The Dutch runner, who was born in Kenya, has set up a foundation to help local girls follow in her running shoes.
I like running because I see the runners like Lorna Kiplagat. She has done marvelous things to this place. You can see Iten, you can see sightings in Iten. If you move around the Iten or towards Eldoret, you cannot find something like this. And that is what I wanted to be, and that is my ambition. I want to be like Lorna. The camp helped me in everything. Because in the camp, I am over the kits, training kits, shoes, and also these facilities at the gym, I get from the camp free. Also at the camp, when I am at the camp, food I get free. That is because Lorna surrendered herself to give to these ladies, the ladies, something for free.
Most who go on to glory return to the area to give something back. Further down the valley, perhaps the most famous Kenyan runs his own camp.
So we'll start from here.
World marathon record holder Paul Tergat trains for 20 kilometres over 6 days a week in the Ngong Hills just outside Nairobi.
The beauty of it is that when you are training with the best, the stronger gets even stronger and the weaker gets stronger. So the most important thing that training with the best that you can able to assemble or have together is the best thing. I've never trained as an individual ever in my career, and I feel that training as a group gives me an edge. It gives me an advantage, and also it's going to give an advantage also to the young athletes that we are training together.
For years, the World Athletics fraternity has speculated about what gives the Kenyans their special edge. Much has been written about Kenyans running to school as children and even having a genetic advantage, but the truth is much simpler.
What about other people from the highest altitude, like Himalayas, Mexico, which are even higher than this place here? It is mental. It is. We have a role model in this area, and they want to imitate that I'm so and so, and they want to do like what Paul Tergat is doing, what Kip Keino was doing. And even when you talk of gene, what about, we are all a human being. We have different genes, but ours is not superior or whatever it is than the other people from the other part. Well, I don't believe on those. I believe it is through hard work and mental. Running 3/4 of it is mental.
Nowhere is that theory more evident than at the Camerini Stadium, deep in the hills of the Rift Valley. It's an extraordinary sight. Hundreds of young runners training independently without a coach in sight.
Well, this may look like a track meet. It's not. It's just a typical day at this local stadium. Most of these athletes here are from high altitude camps. Just goes to show how hard they work every day. And if that's not enough to inspire you, take a look at this view.
The stadium is no picture itself. The stands have seen better days. The track is dusty, and occasionally the local cows can disrupt one's rhythm. But none of this really matters to the young brigade. Their idols, the Tergats and other famous names of the Kenyan running scene, have shown them the way. The bright lights of running fame and fortune may be just around the next bend.
Money, you'll get it today and tomorrow you might not be having it. But if you win that medal, you'll always remember this medal, I got it from where. So I think the medal is better.
What will winning money help you to do here?
To sustain my family. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and to see my fellow running, if they can run good, I sponsor them to run very well, like me.
So like Paul Tergat?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
I like running.
Whatever the individual reason, it's clear the message is that there's no secret or antidote to hard work. A fact not lost on Stanley, as he dreams of one day seeing his name among the greats. Joanna Gajarowska, Al Jazeera, Kenya.
So that's their secret. Don't forget to check out our website, aljazeera.net/English, where you can find all the latest sports news, watch any of our Sportsworld stories again, and let us know what you think of the show. That's aljazeera.net/English. That's it for this edition of Sportsworld. I'm Karthi Gnanasegaram. You're watching Al Jazeera.